I love weird dreams so much. Weird dreams are the best. That's why I'm into dream analyzation because it's actually such a fun hobby and it's very easy. And like once you really get the hang of it, it's actually thematically fucking fun because it'll be some weird shit. Like you'll have a dream where you're like stuck in a fucking large, endless fucking mansion, tons of rooms, and it's like dark as fuck. The floor is covered in like broken glass and eggshells. Your feet are bleeding, and you're getting chased by this man wearing a pig mask, carrying a fucking chainsaw, and he's screaming like nonsense at you endlessly, just the same bullshit over and over and over. You're running through the hallways, you're sprinting, you're turning corners and all this shit, trying to escape the terror. But then every once in a while you pass by a window where it's like, oh, okay, oh, here's a coworker, oh, here's a loved one, oh, here's a family member. And they can easily open a door at any time to save you, but they choose not to. They watch from the windows in terror, or they just laugh at you. And then you'll go through that horrifying ass dream and it'll feel like it'll be like fucking 2 hours in dream time. And then you just wake up the very next morning. You're like, oh, thank God that was a fucking dream. And then because you did your own inner work and you're not afraid of your own past and you're self aware, you're like, ah, that's a sign I need to cut off some friends and reflect on some trauma of mine because, oh, the pig represents that one guy I dated in high school who traumatized me so bad. All my loved ones I noticed were the people who were the most cowardly during times of hard times for me and could not support me, or that I feel like I can't truly open up to. That's why the doors are there. Oh, I'm constantly walking on eggshells because I'm afraid that the way I react to the terror I faced is actually going to make people feel like less that they can open up to me or that I'm a safe person to trust themselves, when in reality maybe it's them. So yeah, I should probably cut off some friends and I should probably like do some journaling and embrace some hobbies and go outside and enjoy some sunlight on my skin. And I find it so funny that you can have all that just from a weird dream about a man wearing a pig mask, and it's very important. I actually have to re-record this video, but I've had some weird ass dreams because of the whole Mercury in retrograde thing. I'm like on the fence on if I believe in Mercury in retrograde or not because I don't know. Sometimes astrology seems really fucking cool. Other times it seems like hocus pocus bullshit. But I am open minded. Either way, I had weird dreams all fucking week. I had a dream where I was looking good as fuck to my ideal. Like I had like long, flowy, beautiful ass Pam Anderson hair, titties up nice and high, wearing some Louboutin heels, short dress, mink coat, strutting down this fucking luxury apartment hallway with this sexy man on my arm who just so happened to be my ex-boyfriend. He was in the dream with me. And then the second we step into this luxury elevator, like a gate closes on it and a man on the outside pushes a button at the same time that my ex pushes the button. And then basically a trap door, as we're both in the elevator, releases. A trap door releases on my side that has me dangling off the edge for dear life, while his starts going up and up and up and elevating higher and higher and higher. And I was like, please, 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 Morgan, please, just help, please, please. And he was just looking at me like, hey, no, I don't want to. Get off. What the fuck? Just hurry up and get up here yourself. God. Or just let go. And I remember that was a horrifying ass dream, but when I woke up, I was like, yeah, that's symbolic for how I should stop thinking that nigga is going to be a good person in my life. He consistently is not. He's not the type of person to help me out with groceries or good things in my life. Like, truly, he wants the reward of being seen around me or having access to me in a sexual way, but he's not the guy I can talk to about anything if it's not sex. And he is selfish and cruel, and he's not going to elevate me up to a higher platform of life even if I was going to use him with the intent to. He's just a very malicious, narcissistic, evil person. And then I tried to keep that nigga around in real life regardless of that big ass epiphany, and guess what? He basically did. He just showed me how selfish he was. So the dream was warning me I should have taken the signal, but eventually I did block him. Or it could be dreams where it's like, okay, here I am, I'm swimming in a swamp that's like fucking endless, and it's a man-made swamp of my own that someone purposely made. This is obviously symbolic for a man-made hell of my own choosing. And if I can manage to swim through it successfully and save this one specific ex-boyfriend who I haven't talked in years, and I can like who I still have like positive memories about but also a disdain towards, and if I can successfully rescue him and bring him back to safety, and against all these other people in that also are around this swamp who are trying to like purposely stop me from saving him from drowning, then we can be safe together and have a nice time. I remember that was a trippy ass dream. I woke up from that dream and I was like, oh, okay, so this is symbolic about how my this ex acts and looks a lot like my current, or back in the day, this is an old dream. I was like, this specific ex, Patrick, he looks just like my current boyfriend, Liam. And they have a lot of the same mannerisms and shit. And sometimes Liam does shit that pisses me off. Sometimes he does shit that's amazing. But I can tell that he's just drowning in like his own bullshit. And I'm also drowning in my own bullshit, and it's hard for both of us. And that his family and other pieces of shit are trying to worsen the experience for us and make it hard. But if I really latch on to him, I think I could save him and we could get through this together, as long as he knows he has a support system in me and I have a support system in him. And then real life did go well because I just implemented that and I gave him grace to a discernible extent where I just made it clear, like, hey, I know your family is very disrespectful to you, and I would hate for you to keep getting like used and abused like this. You're a nice guy and you're deserving of love. And then our relationship became really, really strong for a few months because of it. So yeah. Or funny enough, I'll have dreams. I had this one trippy dream recently where I was walking through this like pastel, beautiful, like Star Wars dune-ish, like sandy plain. And like I was wearing like a black cloaked hood and sand was blowing, but not in my eyes. Thankfully, I was dodging it. The cloak was protecting me. But I was walking amongst a bunch of other cloaked hidden figures, and there were some terrifying ass noises going on in the background, like some Until Dawn Wendigo ass sounds. But luckily, it was mainly like this beautiful ambiance going on at the same time, drowning it out. Like, and it gave me a feeling of safety, like a safety beam was around me, and I was in this dream like, this is cool as shit. Where's this safety beam coming from? And then I looked around and it was coming from all the different cloaked figures around me. And when I looked closely, I was about to try to speak to one, but then they said shh. And I got to look at their face, and it was actually one of my in real life friends. And then other people who I either saw as friends or acquaintances and more. Like people who I have on good terms in real life. And then basically, the guy who whispered to me, a very close friend of mine, he's very lovely. He said, shh, we must stay quiet. They can hear us. But all is safe and all is good. Shh, just keep going. And then we just kept walking in silence, but I felt really safe and well assured in that dream. And then I woke up and I was like, oh, I need to hang out with them niggas more. They're really good people. Like, I don't feel bad around them at all. They feel like a safe space. And funny enough, the second I woke up, the first thing I saw was a message online from that exact friend being like, hey, you want to meet up and go to this comedy show? And then we did. I made plans with them. And then we went to multiple comedy shows. They got me food. We talked. I had a wonderful fucking time, and they took me out of a negative space and mindset I had before. So sometimes, if you have weird dreams, listen to them. You can have some amazing weird dreams. Also, maybe I should be happy I re-recorded this video because let's just say I described a very gross dream. It was a sex dream. I would rather not say who was in the sex dream, but let's just say it was further symbolization that I needed to break up with Morgan, that abusive ex I had. And it was one of the grossest dreams you could have, but it was one of those dreams where I physically woke myself out of it so hard because I was like, this dream is bullshit. This dream is fucking bullshit. I know what it means, and I'm glad it disgusted me so much that I can't look at this nigga the same again, because it not only gave me an epiphany, but also gave me a very bad, nasty ass dream attached to it. But yeah, sadly I did not break up with that nigga. Sometimes you need to listen to the signs that your body and your mind and everything tells you, because sometimes it's accurate. So yeah, get into dream analyzation when you can. It's fascinating. You'll go through some funny ass M. Night Shyamalan level fucking terror. Like, imagine the most trippy movie director you can has just snuck into your brain and has decided, okay, I need to tell this woman that she needs to hang out with this one specific man less and her friends more, and she needs to get some hobbies. But I need to do it in the most esoteric, terrorizing way possible so that it really stands out and sticks to her. It's fun as fuck and also sometimes terrifying, but once you get into analyzing it, it's really nice. Also, keep a dream journal, because if you have a dream and you write it down and you remember it and deliberate on it, it's gonna, funny enough, it makes you more prone to actually have dreams. Like, really, it's actually not that hard to lucid dream. I used to have them all the time. Anyway, that's all. Peace out. Mwah.